Hello viewers, welcome to Nagorik TV's special program Nagorik Face View. I am Shafina and I will be with you today's special program. And we will talk about, today we're going to talk about the new visa pilot project launched by the Canadian government focused on tech called the Global Skills Strategy. And our today's special guest is the co-founder and the CEO of the Global Skills Hub company. His name is Mr. Yousuf Khatib, and he's just right here. Let's talk with him. Hello, and welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Excited to be here.
Great, great to know. So first thing, this is a very new thing, as we're saying that it's a pilot project. So we would like to know about this a bit more from you, please.
Yes, for sure. So, ICTC did a report where they shared that there will be a severe tech talent shortage in Canada and 216,000 jobs will be created here by 2021. In response to that, the government had created something called the Global Skills Strategy last year. And basically what it is if you're hired by a tech company in Canada, they will expedite the visa process. And it can be, you can get your work permits and so on completed and approved in a side of a 2 to 3 week period. So our company, Global Skills Hub, saw that as an opportunity to help people from around the world, families that want to come to Canada, and connect them into the growing tech ecosystem that we have.
Okay, great. So that's going to help Canada and also people from outside who has skills and they are looking forward for a good job, good life. They can come and settle down here, right?
Exactly.
It's going to help. So for how long you have this project?
So the government launched the program last year,
yes.
In the middle of last year. Our company, after doing some market testing, we launched in November of 2017.
17, yeah.
And since then we've been operating. We've been focused on Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary at the moment.
Perfect. So your office mainly in Canada, they're based in these cities?
Our current office right now is based in Toronto.
Toronto.
Yes.
Okay. And you are focusing especially on any specific area, like in our continent, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. You're focusing on which country more? And depending on what?
Yeah, at Global Skills Hub, we're looking for the top developers worldwide.
Okay.
What we do know is that Bangladesh today has the world's second largest freelancing population. And as a result of that, many of them have tons of experience working with North American companies. They have great English communication skills and they have a ton of experience. So naturally, it would make sense for us to look for the top developers in the world in Bangladesh.
Exactly. So in that case, when you were saying top, like you were looking for expert people or people who has just finished their studies and they are looking for jobs. Those people do they have any chance to get this opportunity?
Well, we all know that one kid who's started programming when he was in diapers. But at the end of the day, right now, what we are focused on is senior talent.
Seniors, okay, great.
And so typically we look at for 5+ years experience.
Okay.
We're looking for people who have an entrepreneurial type of mindset. That are understand that they have to be collaborative, work inside of a team. And at the same time, we're looking for people that have, great communication skills as well.
Of course, that's also necessary. Okay, and here so it's gonna be easy for them to get a visa, and also at the same time, they know that they're getting the visa. It's just work permit. They can come here and then they can apply for permanent residency.
Yeah, correct. So how the program works is it's a 2-year work permit.
Yep.
And once they come to the country, they're more than welcome to apply for permanent residency after 6 months. Most people will do that. And because they would have had a job and they would have had Canadian work experience, it actually makes the process simpler for them to get residency.
Of course.
Of course, it's not a guarantee, but it does make it simpler.
Yes, of course. And family, they're allowed to bring their family. Is there any quantity, 2, 3 kids, more than that?
Well, I don't think you can bring all of the cousins, but
no, but if the guy is senior, so he has experience.
Immediate family is covered.
Immediate.
Okay. One of the really cool parts, though, of the program is that the spouse actually gets an open work permit.
Spouse also. Oh, that's great.
And so they can apply for that at the same time as well.
Okay, perfect. And so far up to now, do you have any success story to tell us?
Yeah, we've got many success stories. You know, we've people from all over the world. One of the big focuses for us is we've had a lot of interest from the U.S. So we have H-1B visa holders who, due to the political uncertainty in the U.S., they want to come to Canada. So we recently placed a gentleman named Bibin, you know, great senior software engineer, and he's now going to be working for a company out of Calgary called Ardoris.com. We've worked with a great company in Kitchener-Waterloo called Plum.io. We recently just brought in a developer from Nigeria for them. One of our first cases that we ever did was an amazing gentleman from Pakistan. Okay. His name was Abdullah, and you know, he's working with a great company called Big Terminal. So tons and tons of cases like this. We're really excited. We just got an offer put together for a female Pakistani developer, and she's going to be coming here very soon as well.
Okay, that's great. So it's not only men, but also women. They are included in that plan. Also, do they have any special anything so they can get any like special for ladies this much? Or like any special quota or something?
Well, you and I both know that Canada is one of the most diverse countries in the world.
Exactly.
And what's happening within the tech ecosystem is where everyone's focused on driving diversity. Now, it doesn't just come down to gender diversity. There's lots of talk of intersectionality right now as well. But gender diversity is important. We know there's some great female engineering, leadership and female developers worldwide. And so this is an opportunity. There's a lot of companies right now that are looking specifically to increase the number of female developers they have. So what I would say, if you're actually a female developer, we'll actually look at you if you're 3+ years experience.
Okay, so that's an advantage. Correct. For men 5 and women 3.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at
men
at 3 as well, but you know, we definitely want to create that opportunity that we are looking for the top female developers worldwide as well.
Okay, perfect. That's great. And so it's a pilot project. So that means there will be a probationary period, like 3 months, 4 months, something like this. They come here, or the whole project it's like a pilot, like for 2 years.
The government launched a pilot program in order to understand what would be the best, policies going forward.
Okay, so that's how it is, the pilot project.
Yeah, but once they get here, there's no probationary for them. They have a 2-year work permit.
They are coming here for 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, it's not for them. It's the project overall for government. They are saying
correct.
2 years. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, and do you have anything more to say specifically about people from Bangladesh? Or do you have any project to do anything special for Bangladesh?
No, of course. I mean, as I mentioned, we've looked at.
And I know you have been there so many times.
Yes,
I already noticed.
I love Dhaka. I've been there many times.
Yeah.
I had the fortunate, opportunity to actually do a business out there with a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
So him and I, his name is Nadeem Rahman, and him and I have reconnected. We know Nadeem Pai very well, of course.
Yeah.
And so, he's going to be looking at opportunities. We're going to be setting up a country manager for Bangladesh.
Okay.
And we're looking at opportunities in order to figure out what's the best way to, to find out who is the top developers, who are the top developers out there, who are the top engineering managers, who are the top product managers, and bring them to the country as well. One of the things I just wanted to add, which I believe is incredibly important, we talked about diversity.
Yes.
Today, one of the big talks going on is all about all this artificial intelligence and machine learning and so on and so forth. And I think it's incredibly important for countries like Bangladesh, to encourage their developers to come to places like Canada, which have become, the heartbeat of the entire AI industry, so that the input that goes into these machines and robots and learnings come from a diverse background, not just from, a couple of different ethnicities or even genders, for example.
That's great. Okay, so from Bangladesh, people has hope, but you will be setting up an office there. So how people are gonna know you have some plans, like how you're gonna do the publicity through the internet or locally in Bangladesh?
Well, a couple of our teammates will actually be coming to Bangladesh in the near future, hopefully. But one of the things we will have a physical presence there.
Physical, okay.
But in the meantime, people are more than welcome to come to globalskills.io. They can apply online and submit their profiles. And then they would have a talent ambassador would actually reach out and speak to them within 24 hours if they actually qualify. So there is an online process that, that they can go through at the moment.
Okay, that's great. So it's so quick. Within 24 hours, they can get a feedback or they can get an answer.
Yes.
So somebody will be looking at that.
Yeah, it's responsive. We've got an entire team set up, just focuses on the candidate.
Perfect. And up to now, for that website, is this still up and running? Like, it's already there, right? The website?
Yeah, it's been running there since November, yeah.
Perfect. So you said 2017 November, last November.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for, if I say per week, how many applications you're getting? Is it a lot?
It's a lot, yeah. We're seeing a lot, and but we're consistently, like I said, we're on the search for the top developers.
Top.
One of the things that I reiterate this over and over is that we're really looking for the best of the best, and
yes.
so we're focused on that from that perspective. So, but we've seen our traffic consistently rise, since the day we started,
it's really a good one. I would like to know much more about this, but right now I have to take a break. We're going to take a short break and we will be right back after the break, and from here we're going to talk again. So viewers, we have to take a short break right now, and it is Parkview Reception Hall and Salatin Restaurant break. We will be right back after the short break. Please stay tuned.
Huge bank account? Or is it about having a dream job? Or perhaps having a huge business? Well, I don't think so. Success is everything. It is about having a complete life with some inspirational stories to tell. I'm Anwar H. Talukdar, bringing up all those hidden successful stories from our communities to Nagorik TV every first Sunday of each month at 8 p.m. Please stay tuned to be inspired. Sponsored by Transit Driving School in association with Nagorik TV.
Welcome back, viewers. I am Shafina, and please welcome back to our Nagorik Face View. This is our special episode, and this episode is about, as you know, the new visa pilot project launched by the Canadian government focused on tech. And we were talking with Yousuf Khatib, and I will get back to him, and we will know more about this visa. And again, if you have any question or you want to know something, please feel free to text us just below the box here, and then I will try to answer you, and I'll try to ask this question to him, and we're gonna answer your question. So, and welcome back. We were talking about that, and now we would like to know more about your future projects. So we heard that you were doing also in Bangladesh, and okay, so let's check if I have any message here. So what is your within upcoming, I will say within 3 months, do you have, like, you guys, you have a company, right? So, and you have any objective that many people are, suppose 150 or 10, I don't know. Is there any number that many people you're gonna hire? Those people's, like, any number? You have any target, or are you gonna fix any target to get those people's?
Yeah,
any numbers?
This year we were focused on doing about 150.
150,
yeah.
Okay.
What we found, though, that the response from the companies has been overwhelming, so we're pretty sure we may surpass that. So definitely, we continue to grow as a company with different clients and different partnerships that we're making. So today, we have various companies across Canada, but we also have partnerships across different, accelerators and incubators as well. So organizations like DMZ at Ryerson University, we're partnered with them, and we're in talks with a bunch of different other organizations as well. We're also working now, we're starting to, look at big 5 consulting firms. We're looking at multinationals because, they have the same issue. Everyone's got a race right now to go out there and build tech of some sort. And, our goal is really just to unite people to solve those challenges.
And my question now, this is just a personal question, you can say.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to do this?
What motivated?
I want to know about you, also your background. Definitely you have some background that motivated you.
Yes.
So may I know, or we know, what motivated you to do this?
Yeah, there's
obviously it's a great job. Yeah.
There's a couple of motivations behind this for me. You know, firstly, one of the things that you know, I came back to Toronto after several years of being away. I had lived there for 10 years, and I'd been working in the in the startup scene globally. But when I came back to Toronto for the Elevate conference, which happened last September, I was blown away by what had happened to the city, and I was blown away by what had happened to the entire ecosystem. And you know, we know that Professor Jeffrey Hinton, who's considered the godfather of machine learning, you know, is based at a University of Toronto. So it really had spawned this great ecosystem there. And when I started to look at Vancouver and Ottawa and Montreal and all these other great hubs in Calgary, they were going through the same growth as well. So I just knew I had to do something. I was extremely fortunate via cold call email. I ended up across the table from a gentleman named Dominic Bortolucci, who is my co-founder. Very well respected in the tech community. He ran a software studio for the last 15 years called TWG, founded it. And you know, he's a VC, but really what he is he's a booster. And you know, with his mentorship and guidance, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs are able to now go out there and start, you know, businesses and so on. So that's the type of community, the collaborative community that Toronto had. So that was kind of my first motivation. There's opportunity, right? The second real motivation, though, for me behind this business is that there was a time in my life, due to some immigration challenges, as well as due to some you know, financial obligations with jobs and so on and so forth, I had to stay away from my kids for 6 months, okay, and my wife.
Sorry to hear that.
And that was extremely challenging. So when I talk to these families, and when I talk to, you know, I've got a gentleman in our pool, amazing person. He works for he works in Facebook. He's on the Oculus project. He hasn't seen his wife in 6 months because she's not allowed to work in the U.S. Right? Yeah, so she's back home. She's a developer. So, you know, I can, you know, we can empathize. You know, our job is, you know, to unite the great developers in the world to companies and families that can go out there and solve challenges. But at the same time, we want to keep families together, you know, and we know in our culture and different cultures how much we value family and our kids and our parents and so on.
Definitely, yeah. So that's great. I wish you all the best, and I hope you will be successful, and also because doing good thing for people and also for this country, for our community, for other countries all over the world.
Thank you.
Which is great, and I wish you all the best and a lot of success.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. And now I have a question here. So if a professional, like all the criteria are met, like that person, he's expert, he has everything, he got selected. Now, do that person, they have to have some bank balance or something? Like any to come here, do they have to show that they, because usually when somebody from our country comes here for points, they have to show with their expertise and all 15, 16 points or something like that to get immigration here.
Right.
And besides that, they have to have bank balance also. They have to show that at least for a couple of years they can survive without government support. Like, is there anything like that?
In this case, they're getting a job. Now they do, you know, part of the normal procedure for getting a visa.
What will be their expense?
Yeah. Part of the normal procedure for getting a visa is you do show your last 3 months of either bank slips and bank accounts. The exact amount, you know, it's not whether they can support themselves or not, I believe. So we can check with our immigration lawyers and confirm the exact amount. I don't want to give you information that would be, and that's one of the things, we are partnered with immigration lawyers as part of our company. Okay. So we went and got the experts, and they know exactly, you know, what to handle. But in this case, they're being offered a job. It's being based off of that. It's not being based off of other criteria.
Okay, so that's not the criteria. That's a totally different thing.
Right.
So yeah, that's great. Now let me check if there is any other question here. One moment, please. Just checking live your life. So if there is any question here waiting for us, of course. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay. Live your life. So if there is any question here. Okay. Okay. So here I have a question from Anwar H. Talukder. So that's the first one I'm seeing here. Hi, Mr. Anwar. I've got your question here. I'm gonna read this now. Okay. Let me see this way. So he said, hi, I got a question after I heard about you. I did a little research on your company and I have visited your websites and I didn't find you have any business partners who will hire the people normally. Okay, it's just showing. Hold on.
Is he asking about job postings?
Okay, so normally, okay, so it's just it just got cut here. Normally, recruit companies have business partners. So, in your case, I don't see anything. So, what's your role? Anything like that? He's saying that basically you don't have a business partners. So, what's your role? He wants to know.
I want to try to understand what he's asking. I'm thinking that he's... hi, Enver, by the way. I'm thinking what you're asking is, do we work with companies? So you can actually go to the top right-hand part of our website and you'll be able to see, you will see the View Jobs section. Not all of our jobs are publicly listed because a lot of the companies, they want us to work directly with them. And so we've got tons of job postings that are actually not on the website. Today, we work with numerous different companies across, but the ones that we are working for, that you can see the postings for, you can go on the website and see them under View Jobs. In the next couple of weeks, we'll also be launching some more jobs on there as well.
Great, thank you. So, Anur, I hope it answers your question. Thank you so much for watching the show and asking the question. And we have to end this show today because time is already finished. So we will be finishing now. We have to say goodbye to him. So thank you so much for giving your valuable time here today. And I hope this is going to be very helpful for us and also for our viewers. Please say something for our viewers.
Yeah.
If you have something to say, please tell them.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today. Really appreciate it. And like I said, we're looking for the top developers and tech professionals worldwide. And I know for sure that Bangladesh has some of those people there. And I'm looking forward to meeting you and introducing you to Canadian companies.
Thank you. Thank you so much, viewers, for watching this show. And we have to say goodbye right now. And again, we will see you in another show. Until then, goodbye and have a good night.